Hi everyone, I'm Cynthia Wallace with Weichert Realtors of Space Place, and today I am with Alex Poole with Alabama Baptist Children's Home. We're going to let you know a little bit about their association and what Laces for Love does for the community. Okay, Alex, can you tell us a little bit about the mission of Alabama Baptist Children's Home?
Yes. So the mission of ABCH is to protect, nurture, and restore children and families through Christ-centered services.
Yes. How does your organization support foster cares here in North Alabama?
So we place children through the Department of Human Resources, or what's called private placement, but we place children in our licensed foster homes who they are Christ-centered, and they regularly point children to Jesus Christ. Through the generous gifts of our partners, our businesses, churches, individuals, through their giving, we're able to provide school supplies, Christmas gifts, clothing, and other items that children may need. As far as our foster families, supporting them, we're able to give a supplement to the monthly board payment they receive per child. We also have a opportunity for the families and children to receive licensed professional counseling through what's called Pathways Professional Counseling. Mm-hmm. And we also assign an ABCH social worker to every family that will walk alongside them through their foster care journey, no matter what county the child is from. We also have an all expense paid weekend camp. It's during the summer every year, and it is at Shaco Springs, and it is for our foster families, their children, the children in foster care, the staff. We all come together, and it's over like 1,000 people, and the families, they get to participate in great training, because each foster family, it's a state requirement, 15 hours a year to maintain their license. And so it is trauma-informed training that they receive at this camp. We have different professionals come in and do different trainings for them, and they'll receive on average about 6 to 9 hours at this camp. While they're in training, staff, we're with the children, and so the children get a real fun camp experience. They're, it's somewhat like VBS, but our older kids, they get to play paintball, and we have basketball, and the lake, they have all kind of, blob, inflatables, all the things. And so the children have a blast, and it's just a fun time for our families to be able, to connect with one another. So those are just some ways that we support them.
What does Laces for Love do for the organization?
Mm-hmm. So this will be our second year to partner with the campaign. And for us, what you see on TV as far as foster care is concerned, how children are removed from the home. Every situation is different, and we have received placements where the children, when DHR has to remove a child, it may be that it's not safe for them to return to their home, to their caregiver, and they have to go and pick them up from the school.
Right.
And so in those situations, those children, they literally come with nothing but what is on them when they are picked up from school. This gives us an opportunity to have our social worker gather some shoes that are appropriate sizes for them. Yes. And when they go to the home for the placement, they will have those, and that helps the foster family out. It takes a little bit of a burden off of them having to think about what all they have to get all at one time. Sometimes, if DHR has to pick up a child from the home, you're in the middle of a very stressful encounter. You may be in shock. This may be something that just happened. And they give the family an opportunity to get some things together. But in that situation, your mind is going every different way. Would you be able to pack to go to a stranger's home? Sometimes they tell the kid, go get some of your favorite things. That kid is about to leave their home. They don't know what to grab, and so they might come to us with their favorite stuffed animal, and that's it.
And that is why Laces for Love is very important to me, because it's an emotional subject to know that the kids are put in that situation. What are some ways that the community could help with donations and make a difference for a child that is in those situations besides Laces for Love?
Mm-hmm. Besides Laces for Love, which I love, for me, when you reached out and you just talked to me and told me that you felt like God was calling you to this, I try to encourage people, like, be creative in what God has blessed you with as a gift, a talent. And a lot of us, when we have a calling to do more, how many of us cower in disobedience, myself included, and just think that someone else will do it. But I appreciate you because you were obedient, and that took a lot. So for you to be obedient, you've blessed children and those who have partnered with you. And so for me, I just encourage people, individuals, businesses, churches, anybody who wants to be a part and make a difference, be creative. They can donate shoes to Laces for Love. They can donate diapers, wipes. You can donate spices. I mean, anything will help a foster family lighten their load a little bit. And it helps the children, because when you're able to donate those items become that child's. Some children, they come into care and the parents have tried. Sometimes they receive handed down items from their siblings, which is fine. I did too. But they've never received anything new. And so for them to receive something, a stuffed animal, clothes, anything new for them, that is theirs, and they can take ownership of it. We have an opportunity for people to become prayer partners, and they'll receive a monthly email with specific prayer prompts from stories that we share with our marketing team. And so they can't provide names or anything like that, but they can say, hey, pray for Johnny. He needs prayer right now for permanency, or whatever it may be. So that's a real specific opportunity. You can serve through donating, or we have groups who will come and do cleanup days. We have people who will provide meals. That's a huge blessing. And so we can partner you with the family in the area that you can help support that way. And also, some families and individuals don't feel called to foster full-time. They can go through the foster parent training and become licensed and be a respite provider. That is caring for a child 72 hours or more. So if someone doesn't feel called to do full-time, then that is an option.
With Laces for Love, how does Alabama Baptist Children's Home go about giving out the shoes?
So for us, it would be for the kids that come into our care in our foster homes. What we typically do is, when we have made a placement, we can go into our donation closet, which is where we would keep the shoes, and we try to get things for about 3 days if we can. We create a bag for them, and we would take it with us to the placement. Once we know the correct size, then we can get more from the donations we have. We also, a lot of our families, we have 3 families that are on campus in Decatur, and they come up to our office to look through donations, to get food and clothes, whatever they may need, trying to avoid having to use the board payment for that and use it more so for extracurricular and care. They go shopping, those kids. They find anything and everything. So they'll come up there and they will go through items and get shoes. Also, social workers have to do a monthly home visit, and we take stuff to our community foster homes that are spread out across North Alabama.
And that is why it doesn't matter what size you donate to Laces for Love. They all go to great use to all the children. We very much appreciate your donations.
Very much.
What are the hopes for the future of the foster care in North Alabama?
I wish we didn't have to exist, but we do, and I'm thankful that we do exist, because kiddos and families who are going through this very stressful, scary, traumatic time, they're able to be placed in our homes and come to know the author of hope, Jesus Christ. And through that, they can take that back to their family, because what we want is reunification. God designed their family. They designed this child to be with their mother and father. So they can take that back, and they can share that hope with their parents and hopefully break that cycle. For our ministry, in 2031, we will have our 140th anniversary.
That's amazing.
And so we have what's called Vision 140. And there are about 6,000 kids in care in Alabama alone. And we feel that God is calling us to serve as many of those kids as we can, to get them in Christ-centered homes and to learn their worth and know that they're loved by Jesus Christ. Our goal is to be able to serve within a year 1,000 of those children. That is hopefully our future, that we are able to grow and be able to serve a larger percentage of that 6,000, just so that we can share Christ with them and hopefully change the trajectory of their life and their families' lives as well.
That is amazing. Thank you so much. Please donate to Laces for Love in Alabama Baptist Children's Home. This is Cynthia Wallace and Alex Poole with Alabama Children's Home and Weichert Realtors, A Space Place.